モシーキモチ楽しい気持ちまだペッティーことまるけどこんなパーティー超気がないまだもっといいのがあるそれ今日のハイビちょっとでない
Hey guys, what's up? This is Dave from ConMenRDW here, and I am doing a quick interview at Uchi-Con 2019 with basically the president, the head, the brains of the whole operation, Chris, right here. Thanks for talking to me, man.
Yeah, no problem.
For sure. So I have a couple questions that I've been actually dying to ask, because I've been coming to Uchi-Con for probably like 3-4 years now, and the fact that it's a free convention that's just taking place on a college campus is pretty wild to me. And you guys have come like a long way in the time that I've been coming to these conventions too. So I have a couple questions for you. So first off, for people who don't know what Uchi-Con is and that have never actually been here, what is Uchi-Con actually?
So Uchi-Con is a free one-day-long anime convention. We run it every winter quarter around early February. And yeah, completely student-run, totally free for everyone.
How did Uchi-Con start exactly?
Wow, so this is actually our 17th year running Uchi-Con.
17th year?
Yeah, no, we've been doing this
I've only been coming to this for 4, and I thought this was...
Yeah, no, we started a long time ago, like way before I even ever heard of the University of Chicago.
Yeah.
But way back then, our like first predecessors, basically Uchi-Con just started as a group of friends. We used to only be inside of Harper instead of Ida Noise.
Yeah.
It was basically just our club, and they just wanted an excuse to have an entire day to just sit down and watch anime, have snacks, and that was the humble beginnings of Uchi-Con.
So it started off as more like a meetup type of thing.
Entirely, yeah.
Okay.
So like our club normally has meetups, but that was just like one day long. Let's just watch some anime, hang out in Harper, and then it wasn't until a couple years ago when Uchi-Con really blew up. Back then it was only like 30 to 100 people. Now we have somewhere around 1,300 people attending. Yeah, and so a little while ago, a couple years ago, like before I came here, there was some famous Tumblr blogger, and they talked about Uchi-Con.
And that was a good bump.
Yeah, that was when we got up to like 500 people, and we realized that Harper was not big enough.
And that was that's the other room that you guys use now.
Yeah,
for
that's the other
karaoke and
building
stuff.
we use there now.
Okay.
Now we have the large building by the noise. It's fantastic, and
Awesome.
now we just keep growing every year.
Okay, cool. So, are the people that originally worked on Uchi-Con still helping out and working on this, or is it like passed down from graduating class to graduating class?
It's passed down from graduating class to graduating class. I'm the president now, so I headed it. I'm a 4th year, so I'll be graduating after this year.
So someone else is going to take
Someone
your place
else
once
will
you-
take my place, take over.
Okay.
They're always free to contact like the alumnus, and like we can sometimes like message them advice on helping. But it's almost entirely run by just undergraduates of the University of Chicago who are currently enrolled.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So there's a lot of knowledge passed down that takes place after these next few weeks.
Oh, that's cool. Okay, so it's like a legacy thing. So like everyone else is running it, and then it's just like now it's your turn. Take the key. Okay, cool. So what are some ways that the con has grown in the last few years that you'd say that you guys are pretty accomplished at?
Wow. So I mean, there
let's
was
say maybe like the last like 5 years or so.
Yeah, sure. So there was the move to Ida Noise. We have all this space now. It's a beautiful building. Cosplay photographers love it.
Yeah.
It's just an amazing building.
Yeah, the front area is like perfect.
Yeah,
for photos,
and then so there was a few years where we were just in Ida Noise, and then we kept growing. We passed 1,000, and then we were like, we need even more space and more things at Uchi-Con to like satisfy all of these attendees. And so that's when we expanded back into Harper, and now we have both Ida Noise and Harper buildings. From there, we've increased our sponsors. So we plan this. It takes us like 4 months of planning to run Uchi-Con, and during that time, this year we branched out a lot more. We have a lot more sponsors this year.
Yeah, I noticed you guys are
Water
working with-
came, giving
yeah.
us free samples. DreamWorks gave us all these free posters and prints. We have local businesses giving us coupons for their businesses to give out here. It's fantastic.
So what are some things that you personally enjoy about anime conventions that you think that Uchi-Con has achieved in that feeling for you?
Yeah, so I think one of the biggest things, like when I still remember when I first went to my first anime convention. It was in high school. I just started watching anime, and I said, anime convention, let's go to it. One of the biggest things was the cosplay. You pull up in a car, you drive past the convention, you just see cosplayers everywhere. It blows your mind. It's super exciting when you get to see someone like wearing a cosplay from a show that you love. You take the photographers of them.
Yeah.
And I really think that we've tried to capture that feeling of like the cosplay, the community, just this overall, just like a fun atmosphere. People can come, they can just blow off steam. It's enjoyable to be here.
Like it scratches that con itch, like in between seasons.
Yeah.
Like even if you can't afford to go to them, like this is a great place to be.
Small, well-timed, great convention.
Yeah. What is the secret to having a free convention like this be so successful? It is still free.
Yes.
I don't get how that's possible.
Yeah, there have been several years where we considered charging attendance. Like, if you didn't pre-register on day of walk-in, we could charge, like, even if we just charge $1, we'd make, like, $600 off of that alone, just because we have so many walk-ins who don't pre-register. But eventually we voted it down because we want to keep Uchi-Con free to the community, the Chicago students, and everyone outside of the university. And so the kind of secret to that is actually that Uchi-Con certainly is free for our attendees, but it's not free for us. Obviously, the building, the tables, they all cost everything. And so a lot of that money actually comes from artist alley tablers. We charge a tabling fee because the tables there cost like $15 each just for us to rent, and then there's delivery fees on top of that. But one of our biggest ways we make our money back is through our third floor cafe. And
just straight up buy food? That's great.
Yeah, there's food, there's the artist alley, there's silent auction. This year we have our maid cafe that's hopefully gonna rake us in some more money.
It's going pretty well.
Yeah, it's difficult. A big part of it is the fact that we are a student organization partnered with the University of Chicago. If we weren't partnered with the University of Chicago, there's no way we could run this on our own free convention. So like, as a club, the university gives us some funds to run this, and we make a lot of those funds back to our fundraising. And then on top of that, because we're a student organization, a lot of the kind of room rental fees for Ida Noise are waived for us. We still have to pay for like furniture and staff and the police that patrol our hallways, the UC EMS we have on site. It's
so there's like a lot of behind the scenes things, but the fact that it's working through the college and you guys are students and like you guys have this thing going on, all the extra stuff with the food and everything, that's how you guys are able to cut costs that way.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So with all that being said, you guys have come so far. Like, I didn't even know anything about the background, how long this convention's been going on. So what are like future plans for Uchi-Con from here? Because I know some people always are asking every year, how much longer can people fit in this building? How much longer until we like expand to another area on campus? Will it even stay on campus?
Yeah, I mean, there's so many ideas that we have. Like, you go to any of the bigger anime conventions, ASEN is like a few months from now. That's where we get a lot of ideas. The other conventions, we also get more ideas. Some are we spun up ourselves, but there's so much we want to do, and we only have so much space. This year we had 828 pre-registrations. That doesn't even include the walk-ons, and that's 200 more from last year. So we actually did have to I had to consult some of my club advisors and ask them, is this up to fire code? Like, what's going to happen next year if we keep growing? And so I know we've been looking at the Booth School, which is a nearby building to here, if it was possible to rent space there. Otherwise, we might need to move Uchi-Con more onto more of the campus buildings that have more of the capacity to support us. But yeah, it's difficult, and something that I really look forward to seeing how my underclassmen handle that challenge and improve this con, because it's constantly growing every year. We get feedback from our attendees. We use that in the next year. So yeah.
So and then also, am I saying Uchi-Con? It's Uchi-Con, right? It's not Uchi-Con, it's Uchi-Con, right?
That's a topic of hot debate.
Because I saw someone said that Uchi in Japan, I think, means like family or bonding or something. Yeah. And then apparently it was just lucky wordplay. Uchi can be pronounced, so that's pretty much the same way. Potato type of thing.
Yeah, we get questions about that from our attendees, from my classmates in the college, even from people within our own club. We had to make a poll during one of our meetings, which is like, how do we actually pronounce Uchi-Con? I pronounce it personally Uchi-Con. That's the way I learned it. I know people before me pronounce it Uchi-Con because it's a shortening of U-Chicago. So Uchi-Con. But yeah, that's the two most popular pronunciations, and honestly, neither one's correct.
Neither.
Both work.
It's whichever.
Yeah.
Okay. And then last question. You saying this is your last year. What is there a fear there where it's hopefully everyone who takes over will be able to continue the legacy of the convention and it won't lose quality or anything the next year? Or?
I don't think Uchi-Con will ever truly lose quality, because my underclassmen, the people who are going to take over this, they're exceedingly capable. We have a process where the fourth years, we all take an underclassman under our wing. It's called a department head, department protege program.
So you train them first.
Yeah, we train them at Uchi-Con. If you hear us say anything like department head or department protege while we're just talking to each other, that's that program that we have in place so that the people who are coming up next, are going to be able to run this convention. On top of that, we have like a Google Drive full of files. Like every year, the upperclassmen here are graduating. We have a very strict process of recording everything we know, everything we did, everything that worked, everything that didn't work, what we would do for next year. It's this complete like very.
So it's foolproof. You guys got it.
We do our best to make sure that there's proper knowledge passed down to the next generation. And so
that's how you do it.
Key, yeah.
That's the secret. All right. Thank you so much for this
Thanks
quick
so much,
interview,
David.
Chris. I learned a lot. Hopefully you guys learned a lot. If you guys don't know about Uchi-Con, look it up. I probably have a vlog up by now. Check out my 2018 vlog. And if you, like I said, it's free. So what do you got to lose? It's a good convention. Check it out. All right. I'll see you guys on the next video. Later.